Hello to my Virgos. All right, Virgos, we're in a full moon phase. Happy full moon to my Virgos. Hopefully you all are having a good week so far, Virgos. Hopefully you all are having a good week so far. Let's get right into your reading, Virgos. Let's set the tone for your reading. Let's get into it. Earth signs, you are mutable, ruled by Mercury. Your symbol is the Virgin. So it's something that you're going to be doing that you haven't done before, something that's going to feel new for you. You all are the I serve sign. I serve, right? So living a life of service, right? So you want to make sure you're breaking these karmic ties within yourself, first and foremost, by receiving messages from energies that's planting, toxicity in your soil, right? Let's get into it. I'm talking to you wherever Virgo is in your birth chart. To intensify psychic gift, psychic talent, Psalm 78. So if someone is a psychic and you're trying to intensify them, so Psalm 78 is going to really help you to intensify your gifts. All right, let's get into it. All right, Virgos, talking to you wherever Virgo is in your birth chart. Psalm 78 is going to be of importance to you all and to your psychic gifts and your service, right? And how you serve, right? Right? Amethyst is going to really help you with granting freedom from everyday concerns. Carnelian is going to help to alleviate worry, stomach aches, and bad dreams. Pyrite is going to strengthen your self-confidence and vitality. All right. Just fun facts there. Fun facts. Somebody's definitely living a life of service, so go forth. Stick with your decisions. 957. The choice you made is one you need to stick with. Your angels guard against vacillating any further, right? So wavering just delays the fulfillment of the bigger picture. Lie in meditation now with your hands above your solar plexus chakra. Just give right above your navel and repeat this mantra a few times until it begins to sink in. I am confident. Yeah, someone is learning how to really, really tap into your gifts, which is great because even though you're an earth sign, you're not just looking for the physical existence of things. You're learning how to really ask source for physical evidence of something. So let's say, for instance, you said you had a dream about starting a business, or maybe you want to open up a store, or you believe in love again, or whatever you're believing in source for. You want to see the physical evidence of something, right? But you want to break away from these karmics first. People who just cannot do the energy work. They refuse to do the energy work, and somehow they are looping you into their karma, right? This is the year of 9. Year of 8 is over. 8 is the karmic number. You've worked really hard to make a very powerful transformation yourself. And so those same energies that you may still be connected to, they can make a very powerful transformation to do the energy work or the shadow work themselves. Do not tie yourself into other people's karma. Let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's get into it. Yep, you'll be ending something. Somebody is learning how to build their confidence from, energies who are they just have very dark, obsessive energies, right? Just obsessed with basically telling you about your gifts as if, your gifts are not coming from source. They're obsessed with telling you how to, where your gifts come from. You're trying to learn how to be a little bit more conservative with your time, and so you want clarity, you want clear answers when you go into you won't be giving any more time to certain energies. You won't be giving any more time to certain energies. You're ending something, right? You found your star. Yeah, you have found your star. There could be an earth sign that you've been giving a lot of energy to. Yeah, that didn't know their worth, didn't know their value. They just wanted to be a part of something. It could be a man or a woman. It doesn't really matter. They wanted to be a part of something so bad. And they could say they familiar with this and familiar with that and familiar with this and because they just want to be a part of something. But source is saying you're learning how to go directly to source for your gifts. You know, those people that you're part of an organization, you're part of a group, and they, oh, I know, I've been knowing this person longer than anybody else, and I know this about them. I know that they've never really felt like they were a part of something. So they have a pick-me spirit. So you know your worth and you know your value. You're about to cut them off. You're about to cut ties. Yep, you're about to cut ties. You found your star. Yep. Yep. Certain energies like to use people as pawns by creating arguments, because what they're trying to do is give people a piece of their peace, a piece of their mind, tell people what they're thinking, but that's the way that they get it out of people, by starting an argument. So source is saying, no. You love to serve. You love when people enlighten you about things, not keep you in the dark about things, Virgos. And so, like I said, you found your star. You know, you like people who are conservative with their time. You know, very conservative with their time. You see that they're financially independent. And they just not looking for a quick buck, you know, just to make some money off of some energies by just this way or no way, or, you know, they're moving beyond, you know, some things. They are good whether they're invited to stuff or they're not invited to things, because they know their worth and they know their value. They're not trying to engage, you know, start arguments with people just to find out what people are thinking. You toss some things into a burning bowl. Your head and heart are no longer at war with each other. And this is across the board, both in your personal and your professional life. Yeah, that's a tactic that people use, these mind games, trying to get people to argue with them to find out what they're thinking, what's going on in their mind, right? Yeah, that's not a psychic. They told you what was on their mind. That's not a psychic. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. I know you don't like this person. I know you don't like this person. I know you don't like this person. You're like, okay, well, if that's what you say, I knew it. No, that's what I said. I know that's what you said. That's not what I said. That's what you said. If that's what you want to believe, go ahead and believe it, right? If you believe I don't like somebody, then okay. All right. Let's go with your belief, right? Because they don't know their worth and their value. So they'll sit there and argue with you until they feel like they're wearing you down to get an answer from you. You don't have time to play mind games with people. You've already done the Chiron work. You've already done the Chiron work. And if you haven't, I have a link below for you to pull your birth chart. You do have to know your time of birth for pull your Chiron. You've done the energy work already, so you feel like you have a whole new lease on life. Yeah, and in order for some people to feel like they have a new lease on life, they gotta find out what people think about playing these mind games. You don't have time. That's not psychic gifts. That's people who play mind games. That's the title for that. People who like to play mind games. You love service too much. You love to serve, and you're not into gatekeeping. You are good whether people invite you to things or not, because you know your worth and your value. So you don't blend well with pick-me spirits. Pick-me spirits, they like this when they not invited. Head hung low, knuckles dragging, brushing the ground, lips hung out, all of this. Not you. You like, no, you good whether people invite you or not. You know your worth and your value, right? Yeah. So your third eye is open. Your third eye is open. Yeah, you feel like you hit the jackpot emotionally. So yeah, because you're breaking some kind of karmic cycle within yourselves of keep allowing people to dump something into your garden, your earth. Your physical body is your earth through your irrigator eye gate, right? So yeah, you've already analyzed something. Somebody has been around a lot of energies that make them feel worthless on a regular basis. They are going to have to break these karmic cycles. And so their only way of finding out how you really feel about them is to argue with you. You do not have any more time for that. If they feel worthless, it's because it's the people that they're still around. They need to break those karmic cycles, but they're bringing this karmic mess to you. You're about to pull out the sword and cut ties. That's what's about to happen. Death, rebirth. You're about to pull out the sword with these two energies so that you can protect your peace of mind. Yeah. You're learning how to see things from a higher frequency. Somebody has a guardian angel. You're learning how to see things from a guardian angel. That's how some people communicate. They want you to tell, well, you're worth all of this to me. I don't know who would tell you some kind of lie like that. I don't know. You already have an idea who's behind the lie. You don't seem like you love me. Now you know that's a lie from the pit of hell. That's what you really want to tell them. It's like, I already know who's behind it. Okay, now cut through the lies, cut through the games. You don't have any proof that somebody doesn't love you. You are still connected to karmics. Let's just cut straight to the chase. Stop playing games. You don't have to, somebody don't have to argue with you to know how you feel. They just have to detach from these karmics. So I don't say you all get into arguments with loved ones anymore. The conversation is just going to be, I love you. And you're still connected to energies who make you feel worthless. That's obvious because of how you talk. You try to get people to argue with you about something because you feel worthless. People around you keep trying to make you feel worthless. You're confused because you're caught in a karmic cycle that you can end at any moment. So you there? Somebody's telling on themselves about how they talk to you. Because no matter how much you tell them that they're worth to you, Virgos, they're still in it. As long as they're connected to these karmic cycles, who are making them feel who are immature about the energy of money and the immature about their worth. We're talking about page energy with its youthful energy could be in reverse. Somebody connected to them, no matter what their age is, if they they feel immature about their worth, their value, their self-worth, and their self-value, they're making somebody else feel the same way, and they're trying to project that onto you as if you don't know your own worth or value. So they do things like intentionally not invite you to stuff you don't even care. Leave your name off the list. They must have forgot your symbol is a hermit anyway, so that energy immediately goes back. So you're learning how to be more conservative with your time, and part of the cleanup is Source reminding you that these energies, they on their own. They're gonna have to do the energy work themselves, to do the work to cut these two karmics off in order to feel better about themselves. They're gonna have to do the work instead of keep trying to drag you into some mess. You're not going for it anymore. You close out the cycle. Something has been fulfilled. You found your star. Something has been fulfilled. You're not trying to save anybody. None of that. You have the whole world in front of you. You're about to start traveling. You're just motivated by something totally different now. There's some energies you're not even talking to anymore. You're thinking expansion, and they still trying to argue. They don't know how to use their element. They're around fire energy who don't know how to use their fire properly. And they're the fire energies that they're around so busy competing, judging, comparing themselves to you, Virgo, that they're making this energy in the middle feel sick to their stomach, using them whenever they feel they need to use somebody for something, and it's tossing them back out in the cold, making them feel worthless again. They can't do that to you because you know your worth and you know your value. So you're getting your rest. There's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing else to talk about. The energy starts talking negatively to you, trying to argue with you. You're gonna stop talking. You're just gonna sit there and just quiet. If it's over the phone, hello, are you still there? Yep. Until you learn act like you got some sense, then no, the conversation will not continue. You are still connected to people who treat you like you're worthless. But they're not gonna talk to you like that. So yeah, you'll put a manhole cover over the path in a heartbeat. Yeah, so a lot of y'all are about to, like I said, a lot of you all about to put a manhole cover over something. The Pisces involved in something. A lot of y'all about to put a manhole cover over something. Some of my energy's been trying to teach you like your psychic gifts are not good. There's too many different types of psychic gifts. You could be all the clairs. You could have precognition, premonition, deja vu. All of those are psychic gifts. Sixth sense, telepathy. Right, telekinesis. It's so many different types of psychic gifts that you could have. Right, just a lot of different psychic gifts. So anyway, so Source is saying, go forth, stick with your decision. You've already sacrificed enough. You don't need to say. You don't need to be anybody's sacrifice anymore. You need to just dream bigger. You don't need to be a sacrifice. These energies they don't want to do whoever these energies are. They've been sacrificing you, and Source is saying to you, you don't need to sacrifice yourself anymore. If you already sacrificed, you've worked hard to earn your money, you've invested in people, you've told people how much you love them, how much they mean to you, how valuable they are, and they still continue. They don't want to do the energy work themselves. They're still engaging and trying to engage in arguments with you, trying to disrupt your rest and trying to disrupt your sleep, trying to cause you to have nightmares, trying to make you feel bad for something you've already done energy work for. So no, you got to put a manhole cover over and send that energy work right back. And I do see you being victorious doing it. Somebody trying to make you feel responsible by bullying you. No, sir, and no, ma'am. It's not happening today, tomorrow, or next week. It's not happening. Nope. Take the blindfolds off. Your ancestors have been saying, I'm telling you, see this body of water right here? Your ancestors have traveled too far across bodies of water. And this water is actually blocking those spirits. They're sending you too many messages. Your ancestors said, take off the blindfolds. You don't have to feel bad about anything. Stop doing an injustice to yourselves. These energies are playing mind games. They're playing mind games. They want you to feel just as bad as the energies around them are making them feel bad. You can't do the energy work for them. If you sit with them, next to them in therapy and counseling, Source is saying they still have to do the work. They still have to do the work themselves. And you already have an idea of who's behind it, just like everybody else knows who's behind it. So Source is saying you have too many great ideas ahead. Like I said, I see your motivation is changing. I see you traveling, taking more trips, just being motivated to do other things. Yeah. So, yeah, you're feeling very fortunate. You're feeling very, very fortunate that you figured some things out. Very fortunate that you feel some things out. So you're really counting your blessings. You're counting your blessings. That you're a very responsible person, that you worked hard, but you're learning how to travel light. You're learning how to move on after. You're learning how to adapt to moving on. And even if people talk about you behind your back while you're building, you're learning how to move on. So that's what I mean by you finding your star. Yeah, you are very clear-headed and very wise. Very clear-headed and very wise. You're not doing any more injustice to yourself. Even if people are saying, oh, you should have this by this age. You should have that by that age. By whose ruler? They're not your God. Like, by whose ruler? Right? You're seeing things from a higher frequency. You can't put a price tag on peace. These energies still don't know their worth. They are money. They are currency. They still don't know their worth and their value. And these are the same energies who will take out a life insurance policy on them and not even tell them that there's a life insurance policy that they're getting paid monthly on. They don't even know it. So Source is telling you, you are learning how to wake up, that you are currency. You are whatever frequency you're on. That's what you are. That's what you're attracting. But you can also see when energies are not on your frequency, like you're enlightened, right? Insert comedy here. You are enlightened, just like that light on your front porch. It attracts everything. You can see everything, but it also attracts flies. It also attracts those gnats, those bugs at night too. So you see everything when the light is turned on inside of you. So you see people who are on your frequency and energies that's not on your frequency. So Source is saying you're awake, your light is on. You see that there's some people who are still around energies who like to make them feel just as low as they feel. They motivated by that, by making people feel low. About money matters. Yeah, money matters. Invest your money wisely. That's your time, too, around who you're with. You're breaking karmic cycles within yourself. You keep serving energies who are just, like I said, you know your limitations. Yeah, you know your limitations. Let go of your worries. You know your limitations. You know your limitations. Right? Endings. Yep. It's time to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye. You have a loved one on the other side that has been really helping you with your gifts because they invested a lot. They invested a lot to study and grow their gifts for you to stay connected to energies who are keeping you in the dark. Source is saying it's just too much information out here. You want to be connected to energies who are helping you to sharpen your gifts, not energies who, you feel like you're always blindsided. Bible, you got to figure out what happened after the fact because they arguing with you. You're like, okay, well, I didn't know that's what they were trying to say. So something is a perfect fit for you. Something is a perfect fit for you. Something is a perfect fit for you. Yeah. So I do feel like somebody is going to take a vacation and recharge and reset, and then it's go time. Yeah. Somebody's going to take a vacation. They're going to recharge and reset, and then it's go time for you. Yeah. You always want to be around energies who, like I said before, who are not gatekeeping. They don't have a problem with sharing information. There is no, and it's the same for you. You're also sharing information too. It's called collaboration, not competition. There is no competition. Your gifts could be clairvoyance and claircognizance. Somebody else's gifts could be clairaudience and clairsentience, right? There's no competition. There's really no competition. They could see some things you don't see. You could hear some things they don't hear. It's not a competition. You're there to help people, not hurt people. But when people don't want to do the energy work, you're caught in their karmic cycle. So somebody is learning how to say 3 strikes you're out. Sometimes it's going to be 2 strikes you're out. Sometimes it's going to be 1 strike you're out. Yeah, what lies beneath. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's looking for somebody's looking for some kind of a fairy tale where somebody comes and saves them. Once upon a time, there was somebody that was sitting in front of a vault door and they didn't realize they had the key. And here comes Virgo, with fairy wings on their back, grabbing the key and saying, "Here, lift your head. Here's the key." So Source is saying to you, they're looking for some kind of a fairy tale and a once in a lifetime, and they've already bought into fairy tales that ended up being a nightmare, for them. So I'm telling you, some people, they've already created. That's why some people feel like they have a whole new lease on life already. Because you created your own fairy tale. You went to school, you did this, you did that. There's some people who don't care about what people think about behind their back. If they have to start over again and reset, at least for them, there's no price tag on peace. There's no price tag or peace of mind. They are emotionally intelligent enough to let that stuff slide right off their back. So that's what Source is trying to tell you, is that somebody's expecting a new beginning. And somebody's expecting a new beginning, right? So a new beginning could be, like I said, feeling like they have a whole new lease on life. But if you're expecting a new beginning and you still don't know your worth, then that's something you're passing down, right? And so until you break that cycle. But somebody coming across your path, this new beginning, they don't hate anything about you. They don't have anything about you. You actually fulfill a fantasy for them. I'm talking to men and women. You actually fulfill a fantasy for them. And that's how they look at it. They feel like you fulfill a fantasy for them. You are their person. This is a new energy coming across somebody's path. New energy coming across somebody's path that you're going to feel very fortunate. They feel very fortunate, as far as you're concerned. But yeah, but there's some energies, like I said before. Let me see. 7, 8. I feel like you're breaking a relationship with a karmic. It could be an Aries and a Leo. Could be somewhere. But you're breaking relationship with a karmic. Well, you all have some ideas. Whoever these energies are, all they like to do is talk about people behind their back building. And so for you, the more and more you analyze situations, the more and more you start to see that some people really, really thrive in hermit mode, and they are grateful that people don't invite them to stuff and just use people for just photo ops and gossip about people behind their back and their kids and all of this other stuff. So yeah, you don't want to be a part of that. So that's what I'm saying for you. So pursue happiness. So never apologize for what brings you joy. Only you understand where you truly belong and where you can find your safe space. Follow your bliss. Yeah. That is what I have for you, Virgos. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, you're learning how to be more conservative with your time. You're not spending any more time around family, whether it's work family, friendship family, organization family, who make people who get a thrill out of blindsiding people, making people and their kids feel worthless, like they're not good enough, they're not this, like they're not that, only for them to feel like they have a whole new lease on life. Like that's the motivation, you know. And so, like I said before, sources saying, talking about people behind their backs, you know, just, yeah, you're not motivated by that anymore. Saying that they have psychic abilities, but they're competing with people. I mean, there is no competition. That's ridiculous. Anyway, because the gifts are coming from the creator. So who are they competing with? The only energy that's silly enough to compete with the creator is the devil. So that's that. So source is saying to intensify your gift, Psalm 78 is going to really, really help you. Like I said, as you learn, you'll be sharing with other people, but the whole goal is to help each other and not hurt each other. So that's what I have for you. Bye.